It's your boy Hoy here with the WNBA slates for FanDuel and DraftKings. Give me a second here. This blue screen that you're seeing is the random generator for FanDuel, and the gray screen is going to be a random generator for DraftKings. Basically, just printing lineups as we go, as we talk. This other hemisphere on the left is going to be used to talk about the players, show them as the lineups are being made. So, FanDuel, we just going to put 1,000, 10,000 rather lineups. DraftKings, gonna do 10,000 as well. Now to start off with DraftKings, we need 2 guards, 3 forwards, and we have a utility person. Of course, the most obvious guard, Skylar Diggins, is out with a pregnancy. Leaves us room to differentiate, to other places. If we know that Dallas not having a point guard, shooting guard tonight, then what's the next Dallas point guard, shooting guard? And we see is Gray right here. And you can expect Gray and Ignobawal. I'm more than certain I mispronounced that, but these two should be a tandem pair. You should expect more productivity in those two today. And we can still look through here. We got some pretty reasonable price players. And we see that Wheeler's questionable. And Hill is questionable. I'm assuming them to play. Looking at the injuries. Let's see here. To start off, we have Hayes at 9,100. And then Montgomery at $1,000 lower at 8,100. Here at the top. Today at least, for all the WNBA slates, you'll be able to get a lot of people in because of the prices haven't really been set. I mean, 9,000 really isn't that high for a player. You look through here. 9 all the way to 3. Very well get some players in here that you like. And they just put Skylar Diggins in there, but we don't really want her. Let's go and look at the forwards. Miss Charles, that's the player I'm going with tonight. At 10-7. Gotta have. Now we look at the forwards. We have 3 forwards though that's in the 10K range. So maybe you want to spend a little bit more on your forwards today, or you're gonna spend more on your forwards. You might want to spend more of your time on your forwards. We see Dupree is at 10-4 and Breland is at 10-1. You see that McCutchery is out. Let's see why's McCutchery out. Did not see this. That doesn't look good. Well, as we look at this, we see that Atlanta's forwards out. So, you got the 2 Atlanta forwards right next to it at Breland and Williams. So, you need to make her up. Those are the 2 that you would play. But the overall thing about this DFS is that you want to make sure that you're getting value for your players. Let me just make sure this is recording. Yeah, it's recording. You want to make sure you're getting value for your players. At what price and at what they're going to do at that price is the question. And I've paid attention to other podcasts. Well, you have to stay informed. There's really not just one podcast you can just listen to, but the information available on WNBA is just not there. This is why I'm creating this content, to get you another inside look on what's happening. Even give you some free sets here if you're not able to get them yourself. You coming in home from work, you just a last minute wake up, you forgot about your sets and you just got to throw them in, come back here and look at the video and snatch a few. Now these are just a random sets as I'm just looking at them. As you see, Skies, and then you got Brittany, and it keep changing. You're seeing what teams they're on. You actually see the number of lineup. Then you got the price and how many points they're projected for. And this points is based on the site, actually, such as not fantasy, but FanDuel or DraftKings. It could easily be some points or whatever else I wanted, but this is just a list of what the sites is giving. Not really spending all the money down here on this DraftKings, still leaving about 18,000, 15,000 now. So you got plenty of chances to deviate from what's being shown on the screen, because these are not going to be your optimal lineups. You might get a golden treasure in there, but I highly doubt it. But let's come over here to FanDuel. See here. Here you got 3 guards and 4 forwards, and you don't have to worry about a utility. And we go to these guards, and we got Tiffany Hayes off at the first at 6,600. Kelsey falling right behind at 62, 59. We got the prices here a little bit more competitive. So I'm actually getting to learn FanDuel. I just started FanDuel. That's what the main of this content is going to be about for this podcast or the preceding podcast. FanDuel is more the primary, and DraftKings is always just to give me. Everybody does DraftKings. I mean, I don't know no other way to put it. But for those that don't have the chance to do DraftKings and maybe just have to strictly do FanDuel, this is more of a cater to you. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm not stuck on my words. I just happen to be smoking at the moment, so I don't know if you can hear the sounds in the background, but that's just where I keep pausing. But let's just grab Tiffany Hayes to get out of that. But let's look at the forwards. You got Tina Charles at 81, which I'm taking. See a $600 drop right there. I believe it's the same for the last. I'm not certain. Let's go back and check that real quick. No, it was a $400 drop on the last position. So, guessing everybody thinking something gonna happen with Miss Charles tonight. Definitely take her. Let's see here. Got Breland and Dupree, and they're priced above, just like they were over on DraftKings, above the rest of the field. They're the high dollar ones, with Miss Charles being the only 8,100. And you got Breland and McCautry. Well, McCautry is out, but Dupree are coming in the 7K range, and they came in the 10K range on DraftKings. So we're seeing who they believe to be value tonight. Got a couple of players down here. It goes all the way down to 3,000. It's about a $5,000 difference. And who's in that 5K range to make up that difference? When you start looking at the difference, you start to see you got Miss Amanda right here. It comes at 49. You got Natalie. Wow, what are these last names? And you even got Tiara at 47, so you got about 3 that you really want to look at right here. And Kayla Thornton, Amanda, and then Natalie. Coming in a range. They come in, well, they're about equal to the range of the top and low players. Let's go see that for the point guard position. Well, guard position. Starting at 6. Got about a $3,600 difference. So who can we get at $3,600? Got about 3 people. Let's see if she's 4,000. We got Kayla Davis, Taylor Hill, if she's gonna play. I presume that she will. And you can go down here and grab Brittany Laney rather. Those will be your difference on your FanDuel guards. Let's check DraftKings over here. Got Tina Charles at 10-7. Down to 3, that's about a 7-4. Right here we got it. Right here at Johnson. I believe Glory Johnson rather. Pretty sure it's just nicknamed on here. And you can go up here to Natalie, or you can go down to Amanda, about the same on both sites. But more important now, we go check that it's $8,300 per person on average on DraftKings. Whereas here on FanDuel, let's see, there's somebody in. It's $5,700 per person. And if we see this, we show the difference. Well, this is just NBA tabs, but we show the difference. And that this range here, compared to the range, go back to the forwards. Oh, let's go down here to Kayla, Amanda, and Natalie at 56-49. You see they're well under the average player. About the average player for a salary. If you got 7 positions, divide 40,000 by 7. That's how you get this 5,700 number. And you see that they're under the average player, so they will give you money to work with, those 3 players. And if we come over here on DraftKings, we see Natalie, Glory, and Amanda. Let's see, it's at 8,300. And we see Natalie is the only one getting on the field over on DraftKings. So maybe on DraftKings you kind of fade Natalie on this game, but maybe not. You still get some great value from Glory Johnson and Amanda down here at 6,200. Specifically for the games, let's see who's playing. Well, we know who's playing. Let's go ahead and go to the schedule. Just as if you looking at the information. No, we don't want to miss a play. If we miss a play, we miss money. We got here Dallas Wings. I'm assuming that the Atlanta Dreams, that's how most exhibitions are labeled, away team and home team. And then we got the Indiana Fever in New York. So maybe we definitely want to target the home teams. We need to come down here and be more so than with the schedule. Like I said, not a lot of information for the WNBA, so that's why I'm getting it at real time. No point for me to go and do 30 hours worth of research, but I know there's only about 20 minutes worth of information there. I really want to see the preseason. That would be the best thing to see. I know you can get them beforehand and put them all in the Excel file that comes later, but See here, it looks like we got a preseason game. See, it's New York. Got beat up on. It was 1-3 in preseason. See, Dallas was about the same. So I expect both teams rather to be rejuvenated with their players. If you're losing in the preseason, you're really not trying to play your main people. So definitely see that's on the upside. Looked like New York was losing a little bit more than Dallas was. We also need to take a look, see here, at the Atlanta Dream and the Indiana Fever. Indiana Fever, we're actually on a hot streak, so they could have it clicking. We got here, I said who else? Probably why you shouldn't smoke, lose a little bit of short-term memory. And the Indiana Fever. That's what we just talked about. And Atlanta Dreams. I don't see ATL on here, but we see the Fever kicking it up at 3-0. Maybe they're clicking together. Maybe they just beat Dallas all over again. Who knows? The game before that. Now we got Atlanta game, and they got beat. They should be rested. So looking at the schedule, we see that the Fever were on a streak, 3-0 at that time, maybe 4-0 after they completed their game. So definitely want to target some offense from the Fever. Definitely the New York and Atlanta, maybe fade Dallas as far as winning due to Miss Diggins being out. Yeah, we see we got 3 games tomorrow. Saturday. They usually don't play on the Sundays. I guess they do today. This year. I don't remember Sunday games last year. I really don't. Perhaps it's later in the season, but I know they didn't play games on Sundays. It was upsetting. So going here. You want New York. No, you don't. You want a Indiana Fever lineup first. You want to target the New York game, but you want the Indiana Fever first. New York second, and Atlanta Dreams third, and Dallas maybe fourth. Let's go back over here to the lineups. One most last peek. A lot of Atlanta forwards are favored on DraftKings. Let's see about the guards who are saturated over here. Let's see, we got Atlanta and New York. Not really seeing that much from Indiana. So definitely target Indiana. Because they're definitely hooping and the players are not even priced. I would definitely take an Indiana stack here. Or would you not? See over here on FanDuel. Atlanta. It's about as alternate as you can get. Not really that much saturation here at the top when we're talking about the guards position. Go down here to a forward. Screen's all unadjusted now. Fix this over here. Don't worry if you missed the lineups. I'm pretty sure you can tell by at least the last name who was there. The forwards, they're what's going on with this clicking? Everybody got technical difficulties. Grab my mouse instead of a mouse pad. Atlanta. We got Atlanta's and Dallas stacks over here on FanDuel. It's weird. Definitely would take an Indiana stack. So on both sites, I would definitely target an Indiana stack. Let's try to get some more lineups here. Can't believe it's actually been that many lineups. Been talking for 300 lineups almost on FanDuel, with about 250 on DraftKings. Now the lineup generator isn't that slow. I just have it on a timer so you can read it. I can have it print out, pretty sure about 100 a second, but whether any good is that going to be to you if you can't pause the video and actually look at the set and they just blurring all over the screen, so you're still getting to see some of these sets build up right here. Let's see, gonna look at this FanDuel before we get out. See here, we got a Dallas. Got an Indiana stack on this one with a Dallas stack for the 28-4 on $2.99. Maybe come back and look at that one. Let's see here. This one is about average. Maybe a Dallas stack. Dallas, Atlanta. Indiana and Dallas, New York. 322 back on 305. Really not seeing any Indiana stacks pop up thus far. At the top here at FanDuel. Oh, there's 4 right there. 309. I will be sure to play 309. So get this in time. I am playing lineup 309 for FanDuel. Let's go down here to DraftKings and get a Indiana stack before we get on out of here. We got 3 right there at 251. Maybe come back to that. But I don't see too much money being pulled off the table on this DraftKings generator. Maybe it's just a slate on the night. That's what I'm thinking since it's the first game, but not seeing too much of the money being spent. Got a 4 Indiana stacked on 256 for 29.7. I would definitely be playing it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will about conclude the very first podcast. There will be many more updates and better layouts, but this is just the first one to go. See what you can get. Let me get you the lineup 335 on FanDuel and at least 270 on DraftKings, and we're going to shut it off.